It's time for Did You Watch It?
How does this show work? We watch what we like, we talk about what we watched, and maybe you'll like what you hear. I'm Liz.
And I'm Neil. Last night we watched episode 3 of The Bachelor, season 18. The show aired on Monday, January 20th, 2014. Here's what we thought about it. Your thoughts before we do the deep dive.
Oh, my thoughts are it's just starting to get good. And this is what typically happens around this time in the season.
Gotcha.
Because like half of the girls are gone, you're left with half. Now we're getting down to the nitty gritty.
Okay.
Relationships are forming, stuff's happening, there's a little cattiness.
There's a lot of catty.
There's a lot more crying. People are getting their feelings hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's all part of that.
And the host or whoever
Chris Harrison
explained something that I didn't know.
And what was that?
That if you didn't get a rose on your individual date, then you would go home immediately.
Yes.
I think that's a very interesting touch.
That is. And you have yet to see the twist on that, which is the 2-in-1 date.
Ah.
Where 2 people go and only one comes back.
2 go in, 1 come out.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So there's the 1-on-1 date where you get the rose or you don't. And there's the 2-on-1 date, and then there's the group date.
We started off with the date with Cassandra.
Yes, the 1-on-1 with Cassandra.
Who hadn't had a first date in 3 years.
Yes, and she's only 21. So, yeah, that was very interesting to me.
Yes.
No, but I like Cassandra. I think she's cute. I think she's sweet. I do think she's young.
She's very young, but my opinion of Cassandra had changed as a result of seeing the show compared to last week. Because last week I just thought that she was way out of her league. She just wasn't there, and
because it was a little overwhelming.
Yeah. It's like it was Lauren from Oklahoma all over again, and I just didn't.
No, we could never have Lauren from Oklahoma again.
No. Congratulations to Panther on the plug of their water car. I don't know if I'll get one, but, looks interesting to drive. And
is that what that was? I'd never seen that before.
I'd never seen it either. I guess this is, them taking the opportunity to...
Okay, did you Google it or something?
I haven't Googled it yet.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It just said Panther on the outside of the vehicle.
I missed that. See, and I was thinking it was kind of like the hovercrafts that we used to have in England.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just thinking, kind of a cross between Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Right.
And the hovercraft.
Yes.
So I thought it was cool.
Okay.
And I think that would be, cool on a date.
It probably would be.
But I noticed there were no seatbelts.
For about 10 minutes. Well, I don't know if there were. If they were, definitely no over the shoulder.
Lap
yeah.
seatbelt.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, overall it was a good day. You got some loving.
Yeah.
As El Bachelor should. Then we had the group date.
Now this is where it starts getting interesting.
This is where it started getting interesting. It started getting very interesting here. This one had Kelly, Renee, Charlene, Danielle, Allie, Andy, Lauren, Christy, Lucy, and Nikki, which meant that Elise and Chelsea had to stay at the mansion.
Yes. And this happens frequently throughout the season.
Right. Because I also learned that if you go on an individual date, you don't get to go on the group dates later.
No.
That's been cleared up.
Yeah.
The soccer game.
That soccer game was totally brutal.
Yes. I was worried. I was very worried about Kelly going in because she just didn't seem like she was going to be able to hold
out of her element.
Yeah, she was so nervous and just so scared.
Yeah.
But it was actually Charlene that got roasted.
Well, here's the thing about that. Now, that's a very interesting thing for you to say that.
Okay.
I have a theory.
Okay, go for it.
I think everybody is super intimidated by her. So even though it was sort of accidental, oh, I'm sorry, I kicked the ball and it landed on your head.
Oh.
Or I'm sorry, I kicked the ball and it landed in your face.
So you see ulterior motive here.
I totally do. It might not be conscious.
Right.
It could be subconscious.
But they're going after Mundo. Because she's a threat. But the funny thing, even Juan Pablo took out Mundo. He actually, it's like...
Oh, that's right. He, kicked it or something.
He bumped in. He kind of gave her a little charge and put her on a keister there, which was,
I totally forgot about that.
Which was rather cute. But yeah, all in all, it's like...
But I respected her because she just kept getting up.
She kept on going.
And she wasn't like, I have to call the paramedics, because that's happened before.
Oh, I'm sure.
And you've yet to see that.
And I hope I don't.
There have been a couple of injuries / health scares, the whole bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back at the mansion, Elise used the connection word.
Because that word gets used so much.
Oh, yeah.
I myself was appalled that I used it in our first
and you know what? You're
podcast.
I forgive you.
I don't forgive myself.
I didn't know the true meaning of what that represented.
Totally gets thrown around, and I think we need to come up with a list of
words that we should not say while we're discussing The Bachelor.
And other words we can use instead.
Nikki doesn't wear insecurity well.
No.
I mean, I know that she got the rose, which is good, and I'm kind of glad she's still, very high ranking, but there was just kind of a little, yeah.
The thing that got me about Nikki is I just want to give her a sandwich. Because she turned sideways, and I thought, dear Lord.
Yeah, but Juan Pablo says she has the no sé qué.
No sé qué.
No sé qué.
No sé qué. I like the way he says Nikki.
Nikki. I don't know what it is, but you got it.
You got it.
You got something. I don't know what it is, but you got it. Still don't trust Andy.
I don't either, and the fact that she's it got serious for me.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean it got serious? Because you were making out with him in the kitchen?
Yeah. At least Juan Pablo followed Sean's advice and took it away from the crowd.
Well, he did, but he didn't. He did at some points in the show, and then other points in the show, it was just blatant.
Yeah, at the center line.
And then
with Mundo.
Exactly. And then everybody's talking about it.
She may still have the Mundo, but I still don't think she's that much into him. And the dead giveaway was when they were on the blanket at the center line, and Juan Pablo goes in to kiss Mundo, and she did what Kathy Griffin calls retracto head.
Yes, she totally did.
She just totally pulled and compressed her chin into her neck.
But here's my theory about that.
Yes.
I think, I know this sounds stupid, and it's totally a girl thing, so maybe you won't agree with me.
You know what? You're entitled to your opinion.
Okay. She had on red lipstick.
Yes.
Now, everyone knows that when you're kissing with red lipstick, it's just all over the facial region. So my first thought was...
bad planning.
Maybe she wasn't thinking about it in that particular moment, and so she wasn't prepared, and so it was kind of getting...
bad planning.
Smashed on her face,
bad
and so
planning.
She felt weird.
Bad planning. These heifers have been talking about kissing the entire show.
I know, but she looked beautiful.
Yes, she did.
The white dress, the whole thing.
I get it. I totally get it.
I think
couldn't she do a flesh color or something?
But I think that's why maybe she did retracto head. Because then when they separated and then went back together again, and
then she got into it. And
but she was placing her lips very specifically.
Boo.
That's just my theory.
They don't have makeup people on the show.
I get it, but that was my first thought.
Come on, dog. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I just have to say this.
Okay.
Did you notice when Juan Pablo was having his discussion, his private time with Lucy? She was wearing shoes.
I didn't notice that.
She was wearing shoes.
Wait, I did. They were the black...
yes.
They were kind of cute.
She was wearing shoes.
They were like black booties.
Go, Lucy.
I know.
Lucy.
Lucy's kind of growing on me.
Oh.
I gotta say. At first, I thought a little too flower child, but now I'm kind of liking her.
I never thought this late into the game that Lucy, to me, would be one of the sane ones.
Right?
Okay.
So, but what does that tell you?
Well, okay.
Okay, so if Lucy's one of the sane ones...
On with the crazies.
Like, what the heck? Meanwhile, back at the ranch...
This is
Elsie.
Elise? Why do I call her Elsie? Probably because I think she's a bit of a cow. But anyway, I'm sorry. I know.
Did you really just
saucer
say
of
that?
milk. Saucer of milk.
Oh my
yes.
gosh!
I will fully accept the saucer of milk right there.
That is awful.
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay,
but
so
I'm really not.
Elise was totally
hating on Chelsea.
And the funniest thing about it is, Elise is, I think 27?
27, as she said.
And when I was looking to see how old Chelsea was, she's like 24.
Yeah, ooh.
So there's only 3 years difference.
But, those 3 years apparently mean a lot. Right?
They do in Elise's mind.
She's too young. He doesn't want another daughter. And it's like, really?
I just think that Chelsea is fun. Although the whole date that they went on would have scared me to death.
One observation that I made while I was watching Chelsea and Juan Pablo on their date. You know, we live very close to Pasadena ourselves. So yes. You know, it was familiar surroundings to us, but Venezuelan dining in Old Town. They did a bungee jump off Suicide Bridge.
Yes.
You know, as if Pasadena needs any more publicity during the month of January.
Absolutely
I mean,
not.
my gracious, we're inundated.
This is
we've
the place
been inundated forever. Oh, yeah. Juan Pablo, don't sing. Juan Pablo no canta.
But the car dancing, I thought was super cute because who hasn't done that in their lives?
There you go. Juan Pablo no canta.
I know. So they were having fun.
They were having big fun.
Until they got to the bridge. And they did and they were going to do the bungee jump. That would have freaked me out.
Yes. I mean, it was so funny. It was sunshiny day when they got there. And then it's like twilight by the time they leave.
Of course.
You know, she was like, oh my God.
And then it was dark in the post.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's the thing, and again, you may say I'm crazy, but bungee jumping just has a totally dangerous feel for me.
Okay.
But I would jump out of a plane and skydive at the drop of a hat. So it kind of doesn't make sense. Maybe it's the upside down thing. Maybe it's the rubber band kind of feeling thing. I don't know, but there's something about it that just freaks me out.
Okay.
So I felt for her because her fear was seriously real.
Oh, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah.
This morning when I got to work and I'm in my office, Cammie, our project manager that you met, she walks into my doorway and she says, I told my daughter last night you shouldn't have to do anything you don't want to just to get a man.
And this is true.
Okay.
But what I liked about Juan Pablo, though, was he really made her feel comfortable. And he took the pressure off of her to say over and over again, if you don't want to do this, we don't have to do this.
Right.
So I respect that.
I respect that as well.
Although I probably wouldn't have planned that as a date in the first place.
Thank you. Just saying.
I get the whole trust thing.
Next week, rodeo.
I know. But I get the whole building trust together. And that was a bonding moment. And I can see them having kind of a bond through that experience.
Right. And as a longtime resident of Pasadena, I lived here for 17 years. I'm only like 20 minutes away for the last 20 plus. I thought it was very funny and kind of cute when the girl from Ohio was commenting about how beautiful Pasadena City Hall was and how it was movie scene beautiful. And it's and like,
we're thinking, do you know how many movies?
Do you know how many movies? I saw it on Mission Impossible like 2 weeks ago. But that's another story in itself. So that was just a little.
And the same with Suicide Bridge. Car commercials, like all kinds of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's kind of funny.
Okay, so while they were enjoying the scenery and the ambiance of City Hall, we had to go back to Elise.
Yes.
Dishing out the haterade by the bucket.
Totally.
Anybody.
And it kept going.
And it just kept on.
And going.
And kept on. And
going.
And it wouldn't stop. Now,
The same phrase.
yeah, it's like, she's so young.
She's so young.
She's so young. She's so young. She's so young. She's so young. It's like,
She's like a girl.
she's like a broken record.
Yeah.
Given the whining that she went through last week about having to wear the fire hydrant costume after she didn't want to go naked.
This is true.
Okay.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
On top of this, oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of not an Elise fan anymore.
Yeah, Elise got to bounce.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What I got my guilty pleasure from in this show was when Juan Pablo came and fixed them breakfast. Kelly came downstairs to let Molly outside.
Yes.
And she came back, hello, and she was hiding her face.
Well, and who does that sound like?
Oh,
that
God.
you know.
Let's not even go there.
Yeah, exactly.
What did her grandma tell her? The quote, the grandma said, never let a man see you without your face on.
I hear you. It's not until this year, literally, that I have gone outside of my house and gone to the store.
What is that about?
With no makeup.
What is that about?
I don't know.
But you know what?
Just insecurity, I guess.
My girl Renee came down and said, hey, there's a man cooking breakfast
and
for
she
me.
looked great. And maybe if you feel like you look great
exactly
naturally, then maybe that's...
Exactly.
I totally get it. But
that's why she's my girl.
I'm not one of those girls.
That's why she's my girl.
I can't help it.
So then Kelly retreats upstairs and starts yakking to Lauren, the other Lauren.
Yes.
That Juan Pablo's downstairs cooking us breakfast. Oh my God, I'm not even ready yet.
Exactly.
Right? Then Renee comes down, and then Danielle comes down, and then Kelly apparently put herself together and she came down.
Did.
And then Claire came down. Claire, who was like partially unrecognizable to me, because it took me a while to figure out exactly.
That's why I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like if you
women look totally different.
Not Renee.
Well, because Renee doesn't wear a lot of makeup anyway.
Exactly, and
I'm
that
just
is part
saying,
of her beauty.
You've seen me.
That is part of her beauty. That is what I love about her.
You've seen me without makeup.
Yes.
It's like two different people.
No, well, see, you make it. All right, we're gonna. That's a discussion for another day.
Exactly.
Yeah, Andy showed up, and then the rest of the brood decided to meander downstairs once they got themselves collected after finding out that El Bachelor was in la casa.
But I love the fact that he did that. Like, he wanted to make them breakfast.
Yes,
and
he wanted to see who was real.
Exactly.
And who wasn't.
I would have flunked that test.
Renee, real. Yes.
And this takes us then to the casual pool party in lieu of the cocktail hour, which, I'm sorry, but it was so needy.
Oh.
Even I was uncomfortable, feeling like, girls, really?
Oh, no. Kat is working overtime just trying to glom on the raw meat.
It was
in the cage.
It was so crazy.
Oh God! And then
Kelly's comment.
Kelly with the bitter face. She got the bitter face and dropping whore bombs.
She did, but her comment made me laugh so hard.
Oh God! She looks like a whore.
Not only that, but when she's like, Kat had her crotch on Juan Pablo's head for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
She is happy.
Claire was feeling neglected.
Of course.
And Charlene was like, I just don't know. I'm tired of being looked at. I'm tired of being on the show. I'm tired of the cameras.
This is when this all starts to happen.
Yeah.
You're a few weeks in. Mm-hmm. It's getting a little more intense. People are competing more for time and more for more quality time.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Oh, yeah.
Not just like, oh, tell me about yourself, but it's more in depth now.
I have a question.
Okay.
How often do meltdowns on this show occur in the bathroom?
A lot.
Okay. Because
that's so funny that you say
I sense a recurring theme.
It's so true. Because that's where you want to get away. And from what I'm understanding, there's probably not a lot of cameras in the bathroom.
But yeah, but a lot of open doors.
A lot of open doors. A lot of persistent cameramen shooting through the crack. By the way,
exactly. Really? It's like nobody's doing the business. It's just people just talking, and it echoes in there, so they're really not losing much.
Exactly.
You know, it seemed to me that the pattern is, have a meltdown, get one-on-one time.
Exactly.
It worked for Victoria, it worked for Claire. It worked for Charlene. I mean,
See,
it just...
you're smart, so you're seeing this,
I'm
but
seeing
they're
it.
just now starting to figure that out.
Yeah, well...
So there's going to be a lot more.
This is season 18, isn't it?
I know, but I'm just saying.
This is season 18, isn't
I
it?
hear you.
Okay.
But I'm just saying. In Bachelor world, it takes a few weeks for the girls to kind of figure this out.
Oh, come on. I mean, didn't anybody take notes?
You are the only one, my friend.
I guess so. I guess I'm in the vast minority that I would watch and actually see the patterns occur before me, even though it's only my first time watching this show.
I know. Okay, so what did you think about the rose ceremony and the outcome of the rose ceremony?
Christy, I didn't care about.
I didn't either.
Lucy, I'm unhappy.
I was sad.
I wanted to see Elise go.
Yes.
I wanted to see Kat go.
Did you see her reaction when she got the rose and someone was like, "Oh my God"? Yeah.
It was probably one of the people that she was on. She's so young.
Yeah. I just thought that was...
Yeah.
Because usually they're super silent during that time.
Oh, yeah.
So for her to audibly say that was... Yeah.
We're already starting to form camps.
Yeah.
You know, Renee is Switzerland, and...
She is. She's so sweet.
I am fearful because she is so sweet and because she is so together. I'm just worried that something will get lost in the translation. Charlene's in it, and she's in it a lot longer than I expected her to be in it, given her initial.
She looked beautiful at the rose ceremony.
Yes, she did. You know, but she has mundo, and we can't fight the mundo.
You can't.
You know.
You can't.
So all right, I'll take the 0 on that one.
Yeah.
Lucy, crazy in the beginning, but really proved to be likable, and not long term, but she could have gone another one or two. You know, I wouldn't have minded Lucy being around later.
Me either. So it was kind of sad.
But yeah, Elise, she got to go. Andy, got to go because I still don't trust her.
I still don't either. I don't know.
And I don't know why I don't trust her.
I know.
Lauren is like nowhere to be seen. The only thing I remember Lauren S about is the friggin' piano bike.
All the more reason for us to stay tuned.
Yes.
Because I think next week, and we saw a few of the previews.
It's going to get crazy.
It is. So I'm looking forward to continuing to watch.
Absolutely.
And to continuing to talk with you.
Oh, yeah.
About our thoughts and ideas.
That's right. I have invested. So.
You have.
I'm doing this for a reason.
I'm so proud of you, Neil.
And I'm going to see it to the end.
You are.
There you go. Come on, Renee.
I love it.
That's our time for today. Now we'd like to hear what you thought about it. You can comment, tweet, like, or just tell a friend. Thank you for listening.